Hello everyone, this video is for 10th class, chapter 14 statistics, and in this video we are going to discuss the problem from exercise 14.3 question number 1. Okay, here is your question number 1. The following frequency distribution gives the monthly consumption of electricity of 68 consumers of a locality. Okay, so here he gave the number of consumers and monthly consumption of electricity. Okay, so he asked you to find out the median, mean and mode. Okay, so you should find out median, mean and mode, and you should compare them. Compare these three values. Okay, that's why I have given this problem separately in this video. Okay, so let us go to the problems. Let us first find out median, mode and mean. So we know the table format of median. We'll have three columns. The first column CI class interval and the frequency will be already given in the question. Okay, here we need to write the cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency, the first value will be same as it is. Okay, now add in a zigzag way. The first value is 4. Now add in a zigzag way. 4 plus 5 equals to 9. Now 9 plus 13 equals to 22. Now 22 plus 20 equals to 42. 42 plus 14 equals to 56. 56 plus 8 equals to 64. 64 plus 4 equals to 68. Okay. Now we already discussed in other videos that in median the main thing is n. Okay. So this, depending on this n only, every term from the median formula is derived. Okay. So where is n here? N means the total frequency value which is lying in the last row of your cumulative frequency. Okay, if you add all these frequencies, you will get N only. Okay, you will get this 68 only. Okay, now our next step is we should do N by 2. First thing we should write N and N by 2. N by 2 means we have 68 here N. So 68 by 2 equals to 34. Okay, now after finding N by 2, this thing is very important. After finding n by 2, this value you should check in the CF column. Okay. Okay. Which value then? A value which is greater than n by 2. The very first value. See, if you observe here, all these values are greater than 34 only. But you should take the very first value. The very first value is greater than this 34 is 42. Okay, so here you should not take here any, you should not take this 42 value, but here you should see this 42 row. Okay, so in this row only you'll have the L, which is the lower limit, and here you'll have F, and the cumulative frequency will be the previous one of this median class. Okay, wherever this n by 2 values, very first greater value is there, that row is called as median class. Okay, this is called as median class. As it is class interval, it is called as median class. Its frequency is here frequency of median, and its cumulative frequency will be the preceding value of the median class. Okay, now we got N, F, L and CF. Now take all these values and substitute in your formula. So median equals to L plus N by 2 minus CF by F into H. Okay. So let us take all the values from the table. We have median class equals to 125 to 145, where here 125 is your L, right? Okay. Now N by 2 I will take, which is 34. Now L I have 125. Whatever median class you have, that's lower limit is your L. Okay. And that row frequency is your F, which is 20. And previous CF is your cumulative frequency of median class. Okay, so it is 22 and H is 20, because you should subtract upper limit, you should subtract lower limit from the upper limit. Okay, you will get 20. Now take all these values and substitute in your median formula. Okay, so median we have L plus N by 2 minus CF by F into H. Now put all these values. L we have 125, N by 2 we have 34 and CF we have 22. F we have 20, into H we have 20. Okay, put all these values and simplify it. So take all the values. Now subtract this subtract 22 from 34. Okay, you will get 12. Now here I can cancel this 20 and 20 directly, because one is in numerator and one is in denominator. So I cancel 20, 20. So you'll get 12. Okay, 12 by 1 is nothing but 12. So 125 plus 12 equals to 137. Okay, so this is your median of the given data. Okay, as we are talking about electricity, its units we'll write as units, because he didn't mention any units there, whether it is kilowatts per hour, whatever it is, but he didn't mention, so we'll put it as units. Okay, now here once we done with median, we should check whether the answer is correct or not. Okay, for that we should check the class interval. Okay, so what is our median class? 125 to, it is 125 to 145, right? So the whatever median we got, that should lie in between this median class. So we got the same answer, 137 is lying between 125 and 145. So whatever median we got, it is correct. Okay, now let us go to the mode. So the table format of mode is very easy. No need to write any extra column. Whatever we have from the question, that one we can write, class interval and frequency. Okay, take all the values from the question. Now in mode, you should pick out the highest frequency value. In median, you should pick out the n value, and in mode, you should pick out the highest frequency value. So check the highest frequency value here. It is 20. So whatever is the highest frequency, it is given as the first rank. Means we can say it as frequency F1. Okay. So wherever you have F1, its class is called as modal class. We are discussing about mode here. So its class is called as modal class. So wherever you have modal class, you will have lower limit. So its lower limit is L. Okay. Now before frequency of F1 is given as F0, and after frequency of F1 is given as F2. Okay. Now these are the values which we want in our mode formula. So the first highest frequency is your F1. So wherever F1 is there, that class is called as modal class. Now its lower limit will be L. So before F1 we'll have F0, and after F1 we have F2. Now take these values and substitute in your mode formula and find out the mode. Here is your mode formula. Mode equals to L plus F1 minus F0 by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. I'll tell you in an easy way. Remember, just write 10 by 10. Okay, 10 by 10 you write first. Then you put 2 here and here 1, 2. Combine 2 and different 2. Okay, now put all F1, F0. Here you write F, and here you write F, and here you write F. In between you put all minus. Okay, so now you can read it, F1 minus F0 by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H, and here it is plus L. That's it. Easy, right? Now take all the values. We have modal class 125 to 145. Now take F1, F0, F2 from the table, and H, upper limit minus lower limit. This H will be same for mean, median and mode. Okay, always you should do upper limit minus lower limit of median class, modal class, or in the mean. Okay, now here take the formula and substitute the values. So I substituted L means 125, F1 is 20, F0 is 13, 2F1 means 2 into 20. Next F0 13, F2 is 14 into H is 20. Okay, take the values and simplify. Okay, simple. Now 125 plus 20 minus 13, you'll get 7. Okay, now here 40, and here you have two same symbols. When two same symbols, you should add and put the same symbol. Okay, your step will be like this. 20 minus 13 equal to 7. 2 20s, you'll get 40, and here you have two same symbols, so add them and put the same symbol. You'll get minus 27 into 20. Now do 40 minus 27, we'll get 13. Okay, now we cannot divide these two, or we cannot divide these two, right? So just multiply 7 into 20 and divide it with 13. Okay, so 125 plus 140 by 13, as it is improper fraction, it will be always greater than 1. The value, the fraction's value is always greater than 1. So your value will be in this way. So 125 plus 10.76. Okay, now add these two. 125 plus 10 is 135. So 135.76 units. So this is your mode. Okay, now let us find out the median. So let us find out the median by using step deviation method. Because here your class intervals are of big values, so we cannot use direct method. So let me find out by using step deviation method. Okay, so the very important thing in the step deviation, assumed mean or direct method is your xi. Okay, Depending on this xi only, all these values will be there. Okay, so now xi means the first value. I'll tell you in an easy way, simple. First value you should use the class mark formula, which is lower limit plus upper limit by 2, means it is nothing but average of the class interval. Okay, only first value we can use by only first value we can do by using this formula. Other things I can tell you in easy way. Okay, so what is 65 plus 85? Let me add this 65 plus 85. So you'll get 10 here and here 14 plus 1 15. So 150 by 2, which gives you 75. Okay, so now you can see, you after writing this you should check whether it is lying in between this lower limit and upper limit. Okay, 75 is lying between 65 and 85. Now simple, see the difference between the lower limit and this class mark. Okay, if you find out the difference, you will get 10, right? 75 minus 65 is 10. So now add this 10 to every lower limit. That's it. Okay, so now 85 plus 10 is 95. 105 plus 10 is 115. 125 plus 10 is 135. 145 plus 10 is 155. 165 plus 10 is 175. 185 plus 10 is 195. Okay, now once we have done this xi, next one is xi minus a. So we should take out a value, so which will be present in this xi column only. Okay, so a will be taken by seeing the middle value from this xi column. So here we have 135 as middle value, so we'll take 135 as your a. Okay, now see here your formula xi minus a means this value minus your a value. So a is 135. Okay, so as this 75 is less than 135, you will get all here minus value. Okay, all this above a you have small values than a, so you'll get all these values as negative, and here you will get as positive, and here you will get just 0. Okay, because 135 minus 135 is 0. So this is the simple way you should remember. Wherever a you have, that row completely gives you 0. Okay, above that if the values are less, you will get negative values, and below you will get positive values. Okay, now let us find out xi minus a. So 75 minus 135 is minus 60. Next 95 minus 135 is minus 40. Next 115 minus 135 is minus 20. Now here wherever a you have 135 minus 135 means it gives you 0. Okay, now you check here 155 is a big value than 135. So you'll get here positive value, which is 20. 175 minus 135 is 40. 195 minus 135 is 60. Okay, here now next we should find out xi minus a by h, because here the ultimate thing we should find out is ui. So ui's formula is xi minus a by h. So in xi minus a we have written here one column. To find out this xi minus a, we find out here xi. Okay, so every value is dependent on xi only. Okay, now here xi minus a already we find here. By h means 20, already we know how to do h. It is always upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, so every value of this xi minus a should be divided with your 20. Okay, so minus 60 by 20 is minus 3. Okay, minus 40 by 20 is minus 2. Minus 20 by 20 is minus 1. And here 0 by anything is 0. Just remember like this, wherever you have, that row will be completely 0, other than this left side. This right side will be completely 0. Okay, now I can write 0. Now 20 by 21, 40 by 20 is 2, 60 by 20 is 3. Okay, now once we finish ui, just multiply fi and ui. Okay, fi is 4, ui is minus 3. So 4 into minus 3 is minus 12, 5 into minus 2 is minus 10, 13 into minus 1 is minus 13, 20 into 0, 0. I already told you this complete row will be 0 on the right side of a. Next 14 into 1 is 14. Next 8 2 is 16. Next 4 3 is 12. Okay. Now here we should find out sigma fi and here sigma fi ui. Right. So here your sigma fi is summation of all these fi's, which gives you 68. Okay. Now here sigma fi ui means summation. Here you have some negative values and positive values. Okay, so how you should do means first add all these negative values, add all these positive values, and subtract those two and give the big number symbol as your answer. Okay, now if I find the addition, 12 plus 10 22, 22 plus 13 is 35. Okay, it is minus 35. Now next 14 plus 16 plus 12. Okay, here 10 plus 2, 12. Now 3 plus 1 is 4. So it is 42. So 42 minus 35 is plus 7. Okay, so big number is 45. So 42, that will give you the big number symbol. So it gives us plus 7. Okay, now we'll substitute these values in our step deviation formula. So let us take the values. A equals to 135, H equals to 20, sigma Fi we have 68, sigma Fi Ui have 7, and this is your mean formula by step deviation method. Mean x bar equals to A plus sigma Fi Ui by sigma Fi into H. Okay, so now put all these values. A we have 135 plus sigma Fi Ui you have 7 by sigma Fi you have 68 into H is 20. Okay, now you can cancel in this way. So I can cancel. So 4 5s and 4 17s. Now these are prime numbers which cannot be further cancelled. So 7 5s 35 by 17. If you divide it, you will get 2.05. Okay, when 35 is divided with 17, you will get 2.05. Now add these two, it will give you 137.05. Okay, this is your mean. Okay, x bar equals to 137.05 units. Now in the question, he asked to compare the mean, median and mode values. Okay, so let us write all these mean, median and mode values together. So mean we have 137.005 units, median we got 137 units, and mode we got 135.76 units. Okay, if you observe carefully, all these are the nearest values, same values, almost same values, right? So I can give the statement like mean, median and mode are approximately same in this case. Okay, when the question compare them is asked, then you should write like this statement. Okay, if they are almost equal, write they are same in this case. Okay, if they are not equal, just write they are different values. Okay, so when mean, median and mode are asked in a question, you can do it by taking the separate table formats, or in one table also you can do it. Okay, it is your choice. Okay, I hope you understood this video. If you understand, please like the video, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.